Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks to my subscribers that come to visit, and welcome new subscribers. Sorry, can't talk. So this video is hopefully my last regarding the coronavirus. However, I think I've cracked the code of the coronavirus, and I'll tell you what I mean. I had recently purchased a few decks before we went on lockdown or stay at home to keep myself busy, as I knew, it was going to be a while. So I had ordered the numerology guidance cards, because I like numerology and, astrology and everything. So, I ordered that deck to kind of go along with, to learn more about the numbers and synchronicities of the numbers and what they mean, because I do believe in that and see those for myself. So I wanted to just get into deeper and have a deck regarding numerology. So anyway, and then I woke up and had an epiphany, as I often do, the next morning after I had bonded with my deck and, read the book and kind of went over the cards. And they're very simple cards. Here, I'll show you the number one. They all have the same shape, just different colors. And these are sacred geometry shapes. This is, I forget what this one was called. It doesn't really matter, but, it's the 6-point star, but it's called something else. Okay, and then they each number has a keyword. This is new beginnings on here, but it also means individual, one, your individuality. So remember that for later on. And on the back on the back is the flower of life, sacred geometry shape. So this is on the back of all the cards. So that doesn't seem too exciting in it of itself, but the meanings of the numbers is what stood out to me. So then I woke up and I was thinking about COVID-19, and I was like, okay, C is the third letter in the alphabet, and O is the 15th letter in the alphabet, and V is the 22nd letter in the alphabet, I is the 9th letter in the alphabet, D is the 4th letter in the alphabet. So I was like, it came into my conscious, and I was like, let me get that book and see if those correlate with what I feel the whole coronavirus is about. Now, mind you, when I did my last coronavirus reading, where I did a somewhat a prediction of what I felt, how long it would last, which in one of my other videos I had said we're not going to peak in the United States until June with this virus. And I think things won't get back to, let's say, normal till September, October. And I think it's going to be a new normal. A lot is going to change. We're like going to have to reset, kind of back up and start over. Okay, and there's lots of reasons I feel for that. Again, I think this is a divine intervention, a divine tower moment we're all going through. But anyway, so, and it did come out to what I was thinking. Shoot, my battery is going down. So when I'm gonna change my battery, and then I'll pull to the cards and show you what I was thinking. Hang on. Okay, so let me lower down to the cards if I can without messing everything up. Okay, and I also, hang on, I want to turn this on. This is, hopefully you can hear it and not the traffic outside, but this is, make sure that's in view. This is 741 hertz music that you can listen to. It's healing music. This is to cleanse infections, viruses, bacteria, fungus, dissolve toxins within the body. I've been listening to this lately, and okay, it could just be placebo effect. You know, you never know, but it has helped me. It's helped me to sleep. So I'm going to get back to listening to it again. When I did the reading before, like I was saying with the coronavirus, I probably actually called it to me because I did have a lot of the symptoms. I finally started feeling better yesterday, and today I feel much better, way better. So I thought, if I could call it into me, I can also call love onto it. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to put a lot of love onto it. Okay? And if I did get it, and if I did get a mild case, you know, at least maybe I'm immune now. And if I can find out if I am immune, then I can go out and help people, cope and comfort people, if possible. I am in that, the sensitive group where, number one, I'm over 50. Number two, I have lupus. Number three, I have heart and, you know, breathing issues, asthma. So there is no way I was going to the hospital. I mean, that would be like just walking in for a suicide mission. No. So I just did deep breathings. I did exercises. Deep breathing exercises to make sure I got enough oxygen into my lungs. I had the windows open. I listened to frequencies like the 741 HZ. I ate healthy, with, you know, the fruits, vegetables, drank water, and I also took some medication that I had to kind of get me to sleep and rest. And I was out for like 2 days, basically, just kind of in a self-induced, like, you know, don't move, don't do anything but sleep, eat, let the dog out and go back to sleep. So that's what I did. So I'm feeling a lot better. I haven't had a fever. However, I did read that, like with pneumonia, because I used to get pneumonia all the time when I was younger, when I was really young, that your temperature can go below your normal, and that's what I've had. I've had a below normal temperature. But again, I'm feeling much better, so knock on wood, you know, hopefully, I don't know, this table's wood. Everything's going to be okay, and I have not had a high fever, and as long as I can breathe, I'm good. I'm not going anywhere unless I can't breathe. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I have no fear of death because I know what's coming next. So I don't have fear at all. So anyway, but we could talk about all that another time. So anyway, if you could see here, okay, C is the third letter in the alphabet. And three rather, is for creative. Okay, so the divine, just keep moving this over. The divine wants us to be in this lockdown mode, to use our creativeness. Okay, like I saw on the news today, someone said, I can't go to the gym because the gyms are closed. So now we have to use nature as our gym. Now we have to walk, we have to jog, we can ride our bike, we have to stretch on a tree, we have to climb on a rock, versus going to a gym and having gym equipment. So we have to be creative. Being in isolation with your family, you have to think of creative ways to entertain yourself instead of going out to a movie, going out to a show, going out to be entertained. You have to figure out how to entertain yourself. So God wants us to get more into our creative selves, find our talents. Okay, so that's 3. That's the letter C. The letter O. There's not really a 15 in numerology. I mean, there is, but it breaks down to 1 plus 5, which is 6. And 6 is about love in numerology. So the divine wants us to have more love in this world. We want to love each other. Okay? Which you see. You see a lot of love going on with people singing to their neighbors, people dancing in the street, people parading past their grandma's house in the car, people just going above and beyond for a stranger. Sending out words of kindness, doing the group chats on the Zoom thing where you talk to different people. It's just spreading love, spreading kindness, spreading sorrow, feeling sorry for people's sorrow. It's spreading love. That's what God wants us to do, to spread love. Okay, the V is 22, a sacred number, which is about intuition. I talked about this in my other video. This is our 6th sense. Okay, he wants us to use our intuition. He wants people to become more enlightened, using their higher self, using their intuition as a concrete sense, not just the 5 senses, but using your 6th sense in the world. Use your intuition. Open up your intuition. Okay? Because your intuition will not lie to you. Your intuition helps guide you on your life's path. That's what it's there for. So that's what the divine wants us to do. The I is about complete. Now, they shouldn't have called it completion, actually, because 10 in Terra is about ending a cycle, completion. But the 9 here is about hang on a minute. Let me see what the 9 is. They should have called it forgiveness or humanitarianness. Okay, so I don't really like the word they use for this, because with the 10 they use it as karmic completion, like you completed your karmic lesson. But that's what the author chose for this one. But for me, I see the 9 as just forgiveness, which God wants us to have for anyone who has hurt us in the past, and forgiving ourselves for any guilt we might feel from the past. And when we forgive someone else, it's not for them, it's for us. We don't have to forget. We don't have to have them be our buddy anymore. We don't have to ever contact them again. But it's to release their energy from within us. That's what forgiving is. It's for us to just forget it, let it go, accept it happened. Yes, it wasn't great, but forgive it, let it go. You're done with it. Accept that they didn't know any better, that you're at a higher self, but they were low vibrational and they didn't know. So that helps me think of it better. So forgive and be humanitarian to the rest of the world. Help one another. And I think we are. How New York, when they're done, they're going to share their ventilator machines, or everybody's watching New York to see what they do so we can learn from them. I live in Chicago. I live in Cook County. So we're doing a lot too, and we're going to be one of, we're in the top list of places that'll be hit. So D is the number 4 for persevere. Like, be determined. We're going to persevere. We're going to be determined, and we're going to get through this. Okay? Because we're going to get through this. This shows a lot of green with the heart. Because people are going to have heart. People are going to do the right things. The people that matter, like the nurses, the doctors, the good politicians. There are people that are going to do the right thing. They're going to be determined to do the right thing for humanity. They're going to persevere. There is hope. We are going to persevere from this. Yes, there's going to be a lot of deaths. There has been a lot of deaths. But in the end, we will get through this. As hard as it's going to be, we will pull through, and we're going to pull through together. Not alone, together. And this is the lesson God is trying to teach us. So the COVID, and then the 19. Well, with this one, we're going to take the 1 plus the 9 is a 10. But we're going to split the 10. Because 1 is you, the individual. There's no 0 in numerology because 0 is God. Okay? So we're going to split it. The 1 and the 0. You and God. You are God. God is within you. God is within us. So we all, God is with, so we could say it as we are a piece of God, each of us. So a piece of Him is in us, all of us. So we are all a piece of God in the world, if that makes sense. If we didn't split it down like this to be a you and God, and we kept it as a 19, that would keep it in pride. Numerology 19 is pride. So keep it in the ego. Some politicians, we won't name who, are stuck in their ego, not doing the right thing for humanity, not doing the right thing for their state, not doing the right thing for their church, because of ego, because of pride, because of believing they are above. Okay? So that's all I'll say about that before I get banned. But so I broke it down to 1 and a 0. 0 is the divine, whatever God you believe in, and 1 is you. We are all part of a divine. And we are all one together. Okay? So that was what I call breaking the code of the COVID-19. COVID-19 is also called the coronavirus. Corona is crown. The crown chakra is the top of your head, the top where you, if you're talking about chakras, where you become highly spiritual and enlightened to the divine, to the universe, to the flow of energy, to the acknowledgement that everything has energy in the world, everything is one in the world. We are just Lego pieces of a big Lego castle, and the castle is God. Okay, this is my belief. It doesn't have to be yours. It's just mine. Before we go any further, I also wanted to mention that today is 4/7/2020, we are going to have a super moon. So I live in Illinois. It's supposed to be about 9:30ish, so I set my timer to look for it. It's when the moon is closest to Earth. It's the biggest moon, because it's closest, so it looks the biggest. They're calling it the pink moon for some reason, because I guess pink flowers grow now. And this is about attraction. Okay? attracting what you want in your life, attract it to you. Like, I'm going to try to attract good health to me, to recover from whatever, I've been experiencing. And attract just positive energy to yourself. And it's also about repelling. Repel. Like, I want to repel this coronavirus back into the universe, back to where it came from. And once I realized that I probably brought it in by the last reading, I cleaned my house really, really good, put it all in the trash, and I set it out to the trash and released it. So, but in this deck, the Queen of the Moon Oracle, for the Super Moon, it says, I can attract what I wish and repel what I do not. So, for those of you that are healthy, let's all repel the coronavirus to us and our family that are healthy. So think about that for a moment. This also says, avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalances in your body. Think of connections greater than yourself. Okay, that's what it's reading in the book. And that's making me think of those people that are in their pride and in their ego. It may not be in your best interest to be in a big crowd right now. So, and even if you don't catch it, or you feel fine and you skate through this with nothing, it doesn't mean that you didn't, by accident, give it to that person in the grocery line in front of you, and that person got it, and that person passed on and left 3 kids and a husband mourning for them. I live alone. I don't go anywhere. I went to the post office at one point, and I've had groceries delivered, and I believe I did get a mild form of it. Now where? I don't know. I wash my hands constantly. I go out of my building, I come back in, straight wash my hands, I spray everything, and I'm the only one that's using anything, and I constantly spray over myself. Handles, doorknobs, the toilet, So I must have gotten it from a stranger that did not know they had it. So just think of that, okay? Not to put any guilt on anybody, but this is real stuff here, okay? And I want you to be safe also, because if it comes again every year, next year you might not skate through, and then it could be someone else that's out there spreading it, not knowing, and you're the one that's getting sick. So we have to do all this. We have to do it together. And I was watching the Sunday Palm Sunday Mass, and I just wanted to mention a few things also about that. It's so interesting that all this is going on during the Holy Weeks of, Palm Sunday, because I grew up Catholic, so, and then next week is Easter Sunday, and, it's just very interesting that this is happening now, which is another confirmation for me that it is from the divine, which I believe anyway. But, we as humanity are very vulnerable right now, and God wants us to trust Him trust that he is doing what's in the greatest good, even though it does not look like it or seem like it. But he's trying to make this world a better place. And he kind of was left with no choice. It's kind of like, you know how New York's building the hospital in some, I don't know, center. And Chicago here, we're building the intake hospital care center in the McCormick Place, which is where we have our auto shows and convention centers, and it's a very big place for a lot of things. It's like the building of Noah's Ark, modern day, you know, to bring everybody in 2 by 2 or 3 by 3, nurse, doctor, patient, bring them all in. Let's save what we can. You know, it kind of reminds me of the Great Flood in Noah's Ark, that we're building these things to let's bring everybody in, save everybody, because this Great Flood is coming, and some states don't believe it. And like, oh, you're crazy. Who was it? Noah? You know, you're crazy, Noah. Why are you building that big ship? You know, why is there a ship in New York Harbor, you know, for corona patients? Why are you changing the convention center into a hospital? It's like the building of Noah's Ark. So this is real, people. So it's just interesting that it's happening at a holy time. This is also reminding us and forcing us to bond with our families. Family is very important. Be with your kids. Work is not the most important thing. Family and love is the most important thing. This is to remind us of that. Yes, I'm sure you're getting on each other's nerves. You know, we see it on the news. And respect each other's boundaries. That's another thing that we're probably learning. Stand up for your boundaries. Let people know when you need a timeout. What else did the priest talk about? You know, just this is also making us let go of control. Let go of control of your life. Go with the flow. God gives you what you need. It might not be what you want, but God in the universe gives you what you need. Don't be so greedy. Don't be so materialistic. Enjoy the simple pleasures of life. These are all lessons that we're learning right now and that we are being forced to learn. And we need to know that God does love us. The divine does love us. So go with the flow. And then also, one of the main things that God wants is for everybody to come down from the ego. You can't get haircuts now. You know, you can't get your nails done. That's all ego. You know, get more grounded. Live a more simple life. A more simple life, trust me, is much less stressful. I know, trust me. So let's get back to the cards. So I wanna put down some love onto this, and let's go with the Soul's Journey cards. Okay, and under creativity, okay, we have grief, which is so appropriate because grief is causing us to be in this isolation, and while we're at home, we're being called to be creative. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So, yes, we've lost lives, but just the grief of not being able to be free, to go outside, to do what you want, to have public PDA, to go to your favorite restaurant. In a way, we're grieving all that. We're grieving our freedom. So, the divine is telling us to be creative. Okay? Like that couple that met with the hover, what is the thing that flies in the air, and they're both on the rooftop and he saw her dancing, so he sent over his drone and sent his phone number to her and made his drone come back, and anyway they went on a date but he was in this bubble that rolled. So that was very creative, you know, and they look like such a cute couple. So they'll really get to know each other by the time they can go out in public and actually hold hands. So what does our soul's journey have to tell us about love? One card, please. Okay, perseverance, just like that other one. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So love. We will persevere with love. Alright, self-love too. Again, I talked about boundaries a little bit ago. Have your boundaries. And I can do whatever I set my mind to. Think about what you love. Plan your dreams now. Now's the time. Don't waste this time. Okay, let's see. Let's do these in order. Intuition. We have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay? Doubt. Use your intuition. Okay, intuition is a knowing. So this is kind of sounds opposite, but what I'm hearing here is that leave the outcome to the divine. Use your intuition, follow your gut instinct, and wherever it leads you, it will lead you. And release the outcome to the divine. Alright, then we have, remember this was 9, completion, and I said it's more like forgiveness. We have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yes, do not judge everybody. You don't know their path. You don't know all the experiences they've been through in life. How can you judge? Because you've seen 20 minutes of their life in a clip or in a moment or what you heard. Don't judge. Alright, so I think that's what's telling us. Let's not be so judgmental of people. Persevere. Remember we talked about we're going to get through this with perseverance and love. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yes, we will persevere and we will get to freedom. And when you get to that freedom, you decide how you want to handle it. You're going to go back to the old same ways, old toxic behaviors, old negative attitudes, or are you going to take this opportunity to change? Follow your dreams or make your life better, however that may look. Bottom of this deck. Not surprisingly, but death. Looks like the coronavirus. But it says, I am learning the endings are merely beginnings. We don't need to fear death. Okay? Your loved ones are okay on the other side. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. They are okay. It's not an ending. It's just a different place. They're always in your heart. There'll always be angels watching over you. Okay, can you see that? No. Sorry, the movie ran out, so. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Yes. Somewhere in here we talked about what you bring to you is what you think is what you bring to you. Think happy things will come to you. Think positive will come to you. Think love will come to you. The opposite is true. Think negativity will be around you. I've been thinking myself well and I'm feeling well. So I'm going to stick with that. And energy flows where my intention goes. Yep. Go with the flow of life. Don't try to control everything. We can't. We are not in control of this life. We are in control of our actions and our perceptions and how we handle it. But God has our divine plan. And we can't control other people. They have their own divine plan. Okay, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So, if there's people out there that have been, this card kind of seems like it's judging people, but, if you haven't really been kind or nice, you might want to rethink that while you're in isolation. Be kind, be nice. Just, we're all in this together. It'll make your life easier. Live with compassion and love, and it'll come back to you tenfold. And you'll have a much better quality of life. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. So just with that last card, and it's the eye, your intuition, your third eye. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Believe in faith, believe in the divine, believe in miracles. Change your perception, don't judge people. Okay, let's pull, let's see, what are these? The Journey of Love Oracle. And then we'll do the Unicorn. I already shuffled these, but let's just, okay, what do you want to tell us? Because we're just pouring love on this virus, and love on the universe, and love on the United States, and love on the world. I haven't used these yet, so they're really sticking together. Okay, what do you want to say? I think it's the Journey of Love, is it? Where my book is. Okay, let's have a card for the collective. Oh boy, that's a lot. Alright, well, I mean, we are the universe, right? Acceptance. I'm not going to read each one, I'll just leave it up there for a minute. You could pause it if you want to read them. Acceptance. Put that here, not judging. Creativity. We already talked about that. Unity. We're all in this together. Virtue. that with love. Peacefulness. We talked about kindness. I'm gonna stop this for a moment. I think something's happening. Okay, I don't know what that like was. Cause and effect. Let's see what this one says. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Yeah, remember I said positive thinking. Empathy. Empathy for others. Trust. Trust. We will persevere. And this is what I've been talking about, what this whole thing is about, evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on the path to love. This is about the human evolution on our path to greater love into the world. And one more. These have all been shuffled. One more time. Okay. What else do you want to tell us? This is the Oracle of the Unicorns, which I've had great luck with. Oh, perfect. I was going to say, they just like are spot on. Oh, I just love this. But the writing is so small. Gentleness. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. And the sun is in the background. If you know tarot, well, you should if you're watching this video. The sun card is the happiest card in the deck. We will get to this again. So I think we've spread enough love on this virus to quash it. And I'll take a moment just to say a little thank you to our nurses, doctors, first responders, everybody working at the hospital, firemen, you know, all the essential workers, the grocery store people. Let's bless them with good health. They are really unprotected, a lot of them. And let's just bless everybody. So stay well, stay healthy, stay home, and take care. God bless.